Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex, and today's video is a bit of a more personal topic, and it's about how online school had affected me from the ages of 16 to 19, and even some of the effects that I have now dealing with it. For those who may not know, I was in high school actually when 2020 happened. I was 16 when it started, and I remember sitting in my computer science class at my high school, and I remember everybody was talking about how March break was going to be an extra week long, and then March break came, and an extra week turned into 2 weeks, then 3, then 4, and before long it was eventually decided that the school would switch to an online format where we would use software like Microsoft Teams to have our classes. Even though I knew the teachers and a lot of the other kids, it still felt really lonely all of a sudden. At first, I remember being excited that I could finally do school in my Betty Boop pajamas, but then that was around the time that everything started to shut down and nobody knew what would happen next. It was actually during this time that I learned how to create and edit YouTube videos. My teacher for this class was a YouTuber named Brian Seeker, and he gave the class all kinds of assignments to do. In one assignment, he had us create a video based on an emotion he gave us. I got whimsical, so I tried to create a video with an Alice in Wonderland vibe. The final project was a do whatever you want as long as it's school appropriate. So for my video, I did a video that talked about the support class in video games. It had really bad audio, choppy visuals, and loud music, but I absolutely loved making it. In March of 2021, my Italian grandmother and my dad's mother, my Nonna, passed away, and that did not help the ever-growing flower of loneliness. I graduated high school later that same year, but there was no physical ceremony. There was no prom, no graduation celebration, and the last 2 years of high school just felt kind of murky. Life felt very cold. When I entered college to study marketing, the first little while was online. Every day, all I would see of my teachers and classmates were grainy face cams and profile pictures, and there was no real human connection, and because of that I found it very hard to make friends. Everything felt sterile. That lonely feeling just kept getting stronger and stronger. In late 2022, one of my first in-person classes in 2 years was a World War II history elective. My teacher for that class didn't really look like your typical history teacher. He had a long Santa Claus beard and tattoos. He wore plaid and he drank bubble tea, and he also played Overwatch like I did. We had to wear face coverings, but it felt surreal to be in a classroom setting again. 2024 was when some of my classes began to swap from strictly online to half online and half in person, and it felt nice to finally be around people again. I even made a close friend from my classes during this time, and he and I play games sometimes like Overwatch, and we chat often. Overall, I think online school feeling isolated and rushed matches with the worldview that it appeared in. It was a really drastic change that people were not used to. Human beings are not meant to be alone, so it was hard for a lot of people, myself included, to suddenly adjust to a very restrictive lifestyle. Time also seemed to go by faster during online school, and I feel like 2019 was just last week. Honestly, if I was given the option to go back to 2019 and 2020, I wouldn't take it. That was a very dark time for me for many reasons, and the ever-growing feeling of seclusion was amplified by everything being done through a computer screen. I'm glad that life has seemingly gone back to normal, and I've been doing more to help my mindset with the challenges that I faced over the last few years. One of the biggest things that helped me over the last year or so was making YouTube videos. It's a form of creative therapy for me where I can share my interests, my hobbies, and my personality, and I'm glad that so many people enjoy what I make. Before I leave you all this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever you may be watching this video, I would like to present a fun fact. Did you know that Maria Theresa, Holy Roman Empress and mother of Marie Antoinette, was the only woman in the 6 centuries of Habsburg rule? She was the eldest daughter of Holy Roman Emperor Charles VI, who had no sons. In 1713, just a few years prior to Maria Theresa's 1717 birth, her father issued the decree known as the Pragmatic Sanction, which allowed the throne to pass to a daughter. She ruled for 40 years, giving birth to 16 children, and helped to build financial and educational reform, as well as to help commerce and agricultural development. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more of my content, then please subscribe to Sweet Histortea, a channel full of random facts, lots of sparkles, and tons more videos to come in the future. Thank you so much again for watching, and until next time, bye-bye!
There's a part of myself I'm missing. Now I got a lot to learn.